Kind of going off what I was asking Abe about you guys having taken an extra week off from the strength training condition. Can you kind of tell that that's paying off? Do you feel you have fresher legs coming into bowl practice this year?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like last year, I think we started practicing a little bit earlier, and you could tell guys are still getting off that game and still, like a little bit sore. So I feel like we're like ready this week coming up. So.
I think it was Hunter that said that you guys, at least he felt a little bit footballed out by the time you guys actually got to San Diego and had to play the game. Do you kind of agree with that there?
Yeah. From last year, I do agree with that. A lot of guys are just like tired and body hurts and aches and stuff, but this year I'm feeling a lot loose and fresh, and I think that's how we're all feeling in the locker room. So.
David Montgomery, that's a legitimate NFL running back prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Since you've started to shift your focus a little bit more toward Iowa State now, is there anything that you've noticed about him on film?
He's a great running back. He makes quick moves, quick cuts, and he gets a feel. He's a hard runner. So I think as a defense, we're going to have to handle him the right way and, just do what we have to do to win against him.
Kind of a pro-style offense. What are some of the challenges that Iowa State presents for you as a defense?
Just as a whole, I feel like their offense is pretty good. They have I know they have a freshman quarterback, but he's been doing really well this year, and they have like you said, good running back and a great receiver. So it's just going to be a great game, I feel like.
Their receiver, kind of another tall guy, maybe similar to the guys you saw at Stanford. Do you think the Stanford game kind of helps you guys prepare for him and maybe make some adjustments from that game?
Definitely, because Stanford has really tall tight ends, and just watching film on that, seeing what we did, seeing how we can get better from that, I feel like that's going to help us in this game.
How can you guys make some tweaks? And I know you guys don't have the size to match up with that, but how do you compensate for that?
Maybe just work on our man coverage a little better, our coverage just in general as a DB crew for my guys, and I feel like that's just the biggest thing, working on our man coverage and zone coverage, everything, and just putting it all together come game time.
Tay, Hunter, for example, they're both from Louisiana. There's quite a few guys either from the South or in the Midwest. I mean, have any of them approached you about requests for extra tickets at all yet?
Oh, yeah. Tay just asked me for 2. Not really Hunter, but pretty much it's Tay. That's the only guy who's asked me, so.
Was it a yes or a no from
you? Oh,
yeah,
it was a yes. It was a yes.
Talked a little bit about that 11th win. Do you agree that it's been something that's been kind of discussed within the players?
Yeah, definitely. You can just hear it in the locker room. Our guys are always talking about going to making school history and getting that 11th win. That's big. That's big for us right now. So that's where our mindset is.
Do you have any sort of general thoughts of how practice went today?
I thought practice went well. Like Abe says, just good getting back out there with the guys, and we feel loose, and I feel like we're ready to go. So,
I'll go ahead, Theo. From what I've observed just over the past week, the mood around here is so much more upbeat and lighter than it was last year too.
Yeah.
I mean, in addition to just everyone being fresher, can you attribute that to anything else from what you noticed?
I really just feel like it's what our coaches tell us. Like when it's football time, it's football time. Outside of football, you guys can have fun. We can be ourselves, but when it's time to lock in, we got to do what we got to do and lock in.
So I feel like there's a few less distractions this year. There were some coaching rumors. Coach Grinch was kind of rumored to be leaving. A few player kind of dismissals and whatnot.
Personally, me, I didn't really listen to the Grinch stuff last year about him leaving, but I could feel it, like just the energy in there, and just guys are, how can I put this? Guys are just focusing on the game in general, so that's about it.
It's going to be Gardner's last game, and he only got here a few months ago. Does it kind of feel like he's made a bigger impact than someone who's only been here for a season?
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, he almost won the Heisman and all that. I mean, top 10 college football player right now. I mean, yeah, Gardner definitely made an impact, but I don't know about the guys previous or anything. I just know for this year he made an impact, and yeah.
He had that quote last week about playing in bowl games and how he doesn't understand why other people wouldn't play in bowl games. When you hear that, what are your kind of thoughts when your quarterback's saying that?
He's just a great leader, just to go out there and play the last bowl game with us. A lot of players, like he said, would just try to leave, go to practice for the NFL and stuff, but he's going to stick it out with us and play in this bowl game.
You guys good? Thank you.